And again, I've never farmed before, so I found myself in this urban guy who just found myself in farming less than a year ago, and not really found myself. I just developed an interest in, and then had an idle piece of land somewhere. So I spend most of the time here when I have free time, away from the madness in the city. And also like Abuske Hewa Maze. It's so fresh. Look at the views, man. You know, I have like a small forest on Oko end. So that I'm gonna do another video much later on how to also plan for the future. And it's gonna be, I think, let's just do it now. And so what I have here, so this here you see is my Bluegum. It's a Bluegum nursery, eh? So the idea is to have easy Bluegum when they germinate. They've already started that. I just did it like a couple of days ago, and so I chose a variety of Bluegum that we had in the farm in the shamba huko chini, and it was growing so fast. Not the South African version, but another local one. Let me give you simple arithmetics, simple maths. So simple mathematics. You see, a tree of Bluegum takes about a year and a half to grow. You know, to roughly what they call balls. You know, the ones they use like this size. Let me give a good example of this one. You see this tree? You see this tree? This year, if I was to sell, see I have how many? But this is not Bluegum. I'm just giving an example. So this, you see, it had been cut before, right? So you can germinate. So this here is 120. This here is 100 bob, and this is say 70 bob. So hapa kwa hii miti, like roughly what we have now here is 120 plus 70 bob, 190 plus 100 bob, to 70 to sorry to sorry to 90. So this is let's call it to 200 bob. Okay, so if this was Bluegum, this was Bluegum, and in one and a half year it would be this size. Honor, these rectangular balls. These are the ones they use for construction for when they're doing the shutters, to hold the shutter when they're doing the koroga for the floors. This is what they use. So this is highly fetched, highly looked for by the construction contractors. So, so if you planted say 1,000 trees of Bluegum, and in exactly 1.5 months, 1.5 years, sorry, you sort of you cut them. So you'd cut, let's say you just cut 80% as mature. So you cut 800 trees at 100 bob. Okay, at 100 bob. Some places they even go, so the normal the going rate for hizo ball square hardware stores is like 180, 200, sometimes even 250 to 220, depending on where your nini is, where the hardware is. But the farm gate price for those trees is actually 100 kwa shamba. Okay, so if you are going to say have another say you're going to say have you cut the first time. So what happens is ukikata for the first time, the empty, then it chomokas again. Now if you, the first time it's one, so when you cut it now, it grows again in ikiwa tano, like five stems. Okay, so in another 1 year the 5 stems will be ready to cut. You get the math? So now the same spot you had taken like 100 bob, now you utatoa 500 bob in another 1 year. So what you do now, this time round, you cut like you cut 4 unaachwa na moja. So you get 500 per stem, 400 per stem, then unabaki na moja. That one tree, you let it grow. Okay, in another 2 years, then 2 to 3 years, then you have now a full grown tree, depending on how fertile your nini is. So in 5 years, that same tree, that same spot will give you more than 20k. Because a normal 300-foot tree, yeah, Bluegum, or say 250-foot tree, is about 20,000. Yeah, kwa yambao. Okay. So what happens is when you cut when you cut these trees, so when you're harvesting now in 5 years again, or even let it grow the more you let it grow, stay in the farm, the more it becomes bigger and thicker. So in about say 8 years, it's ready. It's a fully matured tree, depending on the variety you chose. Like I said, variety is key to any plant, anything you want to grow, and depending on how you take care of it. And then this thing, the beauty about these trees, you don't even need to take care of them. Zinajilimia na vitu kama hizo. So you just need to plant, take care of it hapo mbele ikianza for like a month, give it water. So just plant when there is rain, and then when you're planting, plant with a lot of manure. Simple, that's it. Simple care. Just you're done with the tree. So now back to our mathematics. As I was saying, so now in 8 years, you have 1,000 trees that are going to give you say 20 and above, minimum 20k. Now fanya hesabu, my friend, hiyo ni pesa ngapi? Huh? So and to grow 1,000 trees, see, like these trees here, you see, these are like 3 years old, not even that old. They're not even they grow very fast. So if you have 1,000 trees, you don't even need a big space, because the spacing is usually 2 or 4 feet spacing. And then you plant unakata za katikati. When you plant the ideal spacing is 4, but now una plant 2 by 2. So when you're harvesting, you're going to toa the katikati one, then unaachwa na bado spacing ya 4. Okay, that's simple maths. Easy way to make money in 10 years as you're getting older and you need the money. So consider planting trees, and specifically Bluegum trees. Forget what everyone says Bluegum does. That's not your business. So just plant them, and don't plant them for boundary, because you'll be taken to court. You plant don't plant you plant mefaritis like these ones you have. These are mefaritis. I can't remember the name for mefaritis in English, but you plant those ones when you don't plant the other trees when you the Bluegums. You need to be also, the trees need to be like 6 feet from the boundary. Always just remember that when you're planting trees, it's always good to know what the law says. And then yeah, so that's a game plan I've given you. I've given you one Nimekubia Siri. So that's what we're doing here in the village. To set my bet, and then we have avocado trees, and we have these are the long-term game. It's a long-term game. So have your chunga future yako. Just work on your future, man. Don't be the guy in the city who comes back in the village when you're old and broke. So a good look. So just simply do things as atakamo in the city. Just do things for your parents. If you're not in the village, plant trees for them. You have all access to all this knowledge. Just do something for them, and then trust me, in 5 years, watakuwa kikwambia tuma kakituo cha, they'll be in a good position to take care of bills, take care of themselves. So that's a very long video. I don't think we've done a longer video than this one in a long time. And now, yes, so we are thankful for everything. Thank you for the support. And it's always it's 5 o'clock always, man, every time.